rush of the wind that lifted the petals in the air. And they even claimed that they seemed as if they were floating for a couple of moments. And suddenly in the city, when these rumors spread, everybody started to talk about the ghosts of nuns and how only the ghosts of nuns appear as floating flowers, petals. And people also started to talk about the ghost of the pyromaniac nun. Well, we have a case from the early 17th century about Agnesa Benesha. So Agnesa the different businesses like Hard Rock Cafe and combining Hard Rock and Catholic Church, you know. But from here, we'll actually go across the street and learn a little bit about the Franciscan monk, which was at 6 o'clock. And when he arrived, the main street was empty. There was no electricity back then, so it was in darkness. And when he entered the church of St. Francis, he found this strange scene inside, and he was completely confused. He never saw anything like this before. But my ladies, imagine that the entire church was illuminated. Hundreds and hundreds of candles, and through the church he saw
Ako možete reći će mi da.
We need to hurry because she needs to close the building, yes. So I mentioned how there were rumors about forbidden pretty crime because Friar Riera was believing these accusations. And a group of them traveled to Rome. They managed to speak with the Pope, and the Pope, His Holiness, was very intrigued about what had happened in Dubrovnik. So he sent people to investigate, and when they arrived, they learned the entire truth very quickly. They learned.
Okay, the story from the inside to outside, and now she beats me, and now she was doing things.
Yeah.
Let's try to stretch, yes.
You guys sit down.
Waiting for you.
Now, once he was in Italy, he was visiting this port across the Adriatic Sea, and one day he was standing at the shore of that town, gazing across the sea. Maybe he was dreaming about his homeland, and suddenly a ship sailed into the port, docked next to him. The sailor heard it. He was so happy to meet his countryman. He invited him to dinner to meet his fellow wise men, and the sailor accepted this kind invitation. Much later, after we had this big dinner, one moment the sailor got up saying it's time to go back to the ship. But Roger didn't want to let him go without giving him a precious gift. Ladies, I'm curious. Do you believe in ghosts and spirits?
Yes,
Yes.
we do. We are from Africa, we do.
Exactly.
I don't.
There are always, of course, different opinions. I do, personally. I never experienced anything in the tour, but there were some interesting photos.
Where I go? 买 fish 多送货吗？